Well, welcome to Mastermind Seminars Live. My name is Kevin King, and I will be your MC for the day. If you have any questions and you're online, you can text this number, 630-649-4056. All right, you got that? All right. Or you can call me directly at this number. Okay, good. We're glad to have all of you here. So today's topic, we are in month 3. We were talking about the values of installing systems earlier and how important that is, but you don't know the value of installing systems or understand that without understanding why you're doing it in the first place. That's your life vision. We'll talk more about that later, and you can, if you want to, you can go online and you can check this out. We'll give you more information later. The second month we went to generate more and better leads, because once we understand the value of installing systems, generating more and better leads is natural. Now we need to convert more prospects to clients. Now what does that look like? What does that mean? How does that actually help you make money? The first thing that you need to do and understand with this whole system is, what is your biggest challenge? Until you identify that, you won't be able to understand the value of systems, and this is going to tie into your life vision. And this is usually what you're trying to overcome in the first place. So I'm going to give you an example of what it means to convert more prospects to clients. So typically when people start a business, they have resources. And what do they have? Well, they've got time. In fact, it's the most important resource we have. We can always make more money, but we can't have more time in our life. Okay? And the other thing we have is what? Talent. It's what you're good at. It's, maybe it's talking to people. Maybe it's just being able to help other people. Maybe it's just being empathetic toward other people. Maybe it's understanding that these roles are really tight. I have no idea. Once we have time and talents,
hit him on the side of the table.
the next thing, what?
Hit him on the side of the table.
The side of the table? Okay. Time, talents, treasure. That's your money. Okay? So that's the actual cash that you're investing into this opportunity, into a business. Okay? So you have time, talents, treasures, trust. Trust is big, because if trust is violated, your resources are pretty much shot at that point. Time, talents, treasure, trust, and the truth. The truth. And we're going to talk more about the truth in a minute, but as you're going into a new venture, it's important you have the truth about what your product is or what your service is. Time, talents, treasure, trust, truth. And then we also have our thinking. How we think, our mind. All right? It's what we put into our mind. Time, talents, treasure, trust, truth, thinking. And you cannot forget the seventh one. It's vital. The seventh one is our temple, which is our body. So, usually when people start, they have all these kinds of resources, all right? And they have more besides just waiting here. But this is it: time, talents, treasure, trust, and truth. And so usually when people get on the phones or they're presenting their products or their services, they start with this and they're like, man, I'm all excited, I'm ramped up, I'm hyped up, I'm ready to go, here we go. You want my product, you want my service. 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 And somebody says yes, and you go, what? You want what? Wow. Okay. Cool. How soon do you want to sign up? Today? Okay. We close the phone and we do what? Babe, I got a sale. I got a sale. I got a new client. I got a client. And your spouse is like, that's great. Congratulations. Go get another one, because that won't pay the bills. Oh, right. Okay. You want my product or my service? 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 Product or service? You want my product or my service? You want my product? You want my service? You want my product? You want my service? Yes. You do? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. How'd that happen? Product, service, product, service, product, service, product, service, product, service. You get the idea, right? Pretty soon it's like, man, look at all this. Product, service, product, service. You want product? I don't think you want my product or my service, do you? I do. Well, you can't have it. Sorry. Click. Wait, what did I just do? Okay. All right. I'm sorry about that. I was a little frustrated. Can I still have it? Yes, you can. You can. What happens is we have a product or a service and we're getting prospects and we're converting them to clients, but we don't know why. And you know what? This is in our pocket all the time. Clients are in our pocket all the time. Our resources are here all the time. But it's how we treat those people that makes the difference. But why do we think we got to keep exchanging these for these? Because that's what happens. We still get in, as business owners, we still get into the mentality of employee. And if we've come from corporate America, it's harder to get rid of. But even if we haven't been in corporate America and we've been entrepreneurs all of our lives, sometimes we can slip into a complacency, thinking that this is the commodity to get this. And it's not. It is and it isn't. It's how we approach the resources that we have. And let me make an example of that. For instance, let's say, as opposed to just thinking of this as money, conversion of a sale or a service, whatever, think of it as a person. Steve, why don't you stand up here? Mark, why don't you stand up here? Emily, why don't you stand up here? Hold this nice, crisp, slightly used, bent $1 bill out. Okay? Okay. So, as opposed to just exchanging these for those, I can say, Emily, you got the service and you liked it because of this, this, and this. Is that true? And
Sure.
you say yes. And so, is that okay if I share that with other clients like you?
Sure.
Okay. Hey, Steve, I know you said that you like this service and this product, and this is why. If I were to share this with other people, could you get behind that?
Yes.
Can I use that? Okay, great. Mark, same thing. Can I do the same thing with you?
Absolutely.
Okay, great. So now, as opposed to just dropping these all day, hoping we're going to get these, what we're using is what? Testimonials. We're getting in front of people. We're actually systematizing what we're doing. But why exchange even referrals for ones? Because sometimes that's the mentality, that's the dimension that we're in. In order to change our thinking, we have to change the way we're thinking. We can't do it on our own. Einstein said, you can never solve a problem on the level which what was created. You're still going to be in the penny mentality, thinking it's going to exchange it for dollars. When in reality, the opportunity you have, and it's here somewhere, right? It's here somewhere.
The big building.
Sometimes we have to dig for it. Sometimes these referrals can turn into something different. We're not talking pennies for dollars. We're talking not 100-fold return, but a lot more. Because it's about using our clients and helping them achieve more than what they could on their own. But then sometimes it's no longer ones that we're doing this with. We got to change our thinking. We can't do it on our own because these could be the same things that come in, just like the ones used to come into for these. But it's how we use our time, talents, treasure, trust, and truth, and temple, and thinking. We have to think differently, okay? Because then pretty soon, this is what's going to happen. Why not? Why not expect to get 20 out of every one you sell? Why not expect 50 out of every one you sell? Why not expect 100 out of every one you touch? And that's actually small thinking. Why not 1,000? Why not 10,000?
Because you don't make a $10,000 bill.
You don't have a $10,000 bill. The ink is drawn. That's in my basement. These are real. But this is the difference. This is the whole difference in the world. Not the money. The money it's just paper. It's right. This in and of itself, $100 bill, and it's real. It's got the everything on it, right? The watermark, right? This has no value unless we give it value. So you need to think differently when it comes to prospecting. You can keep the ones, in fact, you guys can have a seat. And you can't spend these though. This is to remind you that we are converting prospects to clients. I want you to post this somewhere.
In your room.
In your room,
My computer.
in your office, by your computer. You can't spend it,
Or like.
all right?
But
But what's it going to do? It's going to remind you that we're converting prospects to clients faster by changing the way we think. And in order to do that, we're going to have a couple videos here. And I want you to see if you can find the connection between the two videos that we're just about to show. So we're going to turn off the lights, pay attention. We're going to take a look at Dancing Guy.
Well, I think I've seen this on the
If
web.
you've learned a lot about leadership and making a movement, then let's watch a movement happen, start to finish, in under 3 minutes, and dissect some lessons. First, of course, a leader needs the guts to stand alone and look ridiculous. But what he's doing is so simple, it's almost instructional. This is key. You must be easy to follow. Now here comes the first follower with a crucial role. He publicly shows everyone else how to follow. Notice how the leader embraces him as an equal. So it's not about the leader anymore, it's about them, plural. Notice how he's calling to his friends to join in. So it takes guts to be a first follower. You stand out and you brave ridicule yourself. Being a first follower is an underappreciated form of leadership. The first follower is the spark that really makes the fire. Now here's the second follower. This is a turning point. It's proof the first has done well. Now here come 2 more people, then 3 more immediately. Now we've got momentum. This is the tipping point, and now we have a movement. As more people jump in, it's no longer risky. If they were on the fence before, there's no reason not to join in now. They won't stand out, they won't be ridiculed, and they will be part of the in crowd if they hurry. And over the next minute, you'll see the rest who prefer to stay part of the crowd, because eventually they'd be ridiculed for not joining. And ladies and gentlemen, that is how a movement is made. But the biggest lesson here, did you catch it? Leadership is overglorified. Yes, it started with the shirtless guy, and he'll get all the credit, but you saw what really happened. It was the first follower that transformed a lone nut into a leader. There's no movement without the first follower. See, we're told that we all need to be leaders, but that would be really ineffective. The best way to make a movement, if you really care, is to courageously follow and show others how to follow. When you find a lone nut doing something great, have the guts to be the first person to stand up and join in.
My name is Ed Knoll. So we're working on our business. We eat, but not that well. We're respected, but we can make more money. We parent, but we did miss that Little League game last week. We realize there's got to be a better way. There has to be. We evaluate ourselves. Now what? Every serious business owner gets an evaluation from outside. But where to go? These evaluations can cost thousands of dollars. But I have a brilliant solution. A 30-minute strategy session at www.dnaforsuccess.com. Click on examination, click on free 30-minute strategy session. Brilliant. The business owners that are serious, work at evaluation, then move toward solutions. That's what I've done, and that's who I want to partner with. That's who I want to grow with. Are you a serious business owner? Are you growing as a person? Your business? Take the free 30-minute strategy session. And with thanks to Dr. Seuss, go dogs, go. The light is green now. Congratulations. your business is on track and poised for growth. We can accomplish so much more together than we could ever accomplish on our own.
So, anybody see the connection between the first video with the dancing guy and Ed? What's the connection?
He's the first follower.
He's the first follower. Why is that important?
Because he can start the movement.
Because he's going to start the movement. Okay. What else? What's the connection?
He's also asking, I forget the term, but the second guy, he's inviting his friends to follow.
Was he?
Well, he was giving a
In
testimony.
a movement, yes.
Yeah.
But he just hung out there by himself. Somebody caught it. Somebody was observing. Somebody was looking. Right? So make the connection with the second video with Ed. What's the connection? Because when you make the connection, you're going to make money. You'll make money. What's the connection?
It wasn't about him, he's an equal. Like you come in as an equal. Like the first guy that started following was an equal, not a leader.
Okay? What other connection?
I don't know.
He's waving people to come in. First guy did,
Okay?
he started waving people to come in,
Okay?
and Ed is waving at people, hey, come on in.
Right. So Ed's waving, come on in, the water's fine, you should join us. Okay? What's the other connection that you can see? There's a bunch, but let's see if we can dial it down. How do you see the connection of the two can actually help make you money? Mark, any ideas?
Well, like Ed did a video, so he cloned himself.
Right.
And now that video is going all over the country
Right.
promoting him and his services.
Right.
If there were two individuals that had experienced the 30-minute strategy session, and there were two people that did a video, one that invited somebody else, now you have two people that are doing the 30-minute strategy session and saying, you know, this brings value to anybody that does it, and that gives you an opportunity to go and to promote your products and services. So if you have two more video, if you have one video with two more people in it, now you have Ed, and now you have two people that are dancing together.
Right.
And with the video here today, you know, at the end of today's session, two people could actually do that, and then the MVP team can edit it and put something at the end that promotes your products or services. So now you're bringing value to the whole community, and you're promoting yourself and getting everybody in the community to promote you as well.
Time, talents, treasure, trust, truth, thinking, and temple. Right? Very little investment to have a huge return. How much would you have to pay to get national exposure?
Millions.
A lot of money. But what is this going to cost people? Let's say somebody does decide to do what you say, Mark, and come up and just do their own right at the end of the session today. How much would it cost them? What would we charge them?
Nothing.
Nothing. So we wouldn't have them fork over any of these just for the opportunity. Because this would be cheap if we could have everybody fork over 100 just to be able to get national exposure, wouldn't we? But it's free. So there's a connection. See, we have to start thinking in different terms. And that's what this is all about. So today is going to try and help you. Are there any other connections before we move forward? Any other connections? Hey, Dave. Welcome. Any other connections that you see? So what's the biggest problem in this scenario? What's the biggest problem in your life? Think about that. And then what is it going to take for you to be the dancing guy or the dancing gal and walk up to the camera and create your own video to promote yourself and the system? Right? That's thinking differently. So today, what we're going to be doing is helping you understand how this whole thing works. And the way we're going to do it is the 3 steps to anything. What's your biggest challenge and problem? The first thing is examination. You have to examine what your problem or your challenge is in the first place. The second thing is to look for solutions. To look for solutions, and then 3, to actually implement them. People can come up with the first 2 pretty easily, can't they? This is yes, this is no, this is I don't know, okay. Right? It's the implementation. All right? So today what we're going to do is help you understand how this is going to come together for you. And how do we do that? There's 7 segments today. The first one is going to be speed networking, and Ed is going to do that with us. The second thing is going to be wins and biggest challenges. And then we're going to have personality masteries, 530 grid, natural laws. This constitutes what we call the BOS system, or it's the engine that drives our business, the engine that drives our business. And if you have any questions online, again, you can call this number or text this, all right, 630-649-4059. If you want to get involved, if you have a comment, go ahead and do so. I'd love to have you join us. And then we're going to have a time of question and answer, because once we get through this, you're going to feel like you're drunk out of a fire hose. Why? Because you're probably just drunk out of a fire hose. That's right. And you're going to want to decompress, and then we're going to talk about next month as well. In order to do that, though, we're going to look at the business operating system. And again, that's going to be the DNA of people, the DNA of business, and the DNA for life. But before we do that, we're going to do speed networking with Ed Kirch. Go ahead, Ed. Take it away. We don't have a lot of time, but you're going to help us do this.
So everybody get together with somebody you don't know or hardly know or want to get to know better. Okay? You want to find your biggest wins, biggest challenges. How can you help the other person? And then have an accountability partner with, call in a week.
Okay? Excellent.
Go.
Okay, cool.
I was going to work with Joe.
Library lesson, my wife is right. And your business card.
Because we are.
Problem with our biggest challenge like that?
Talking about our biggest problem. I don't know. I know you're talking about apparently I forgot.
That was the second one.
Something that must be a bike.
We do the generate more and better leads. So we discuss the follow-up, recording your calendar and stuff like that. So you can kind of follow up that person with you met. So that's what we did last
Okay, so this is called.
No, I'm not waiting.
Oh, what I do? I'm a college planner. I do college planning. I'm a college planning consultant. It's a non-profit organization, but again, I help students find their scholarships and stuff like that. Actually, to get them a coach, I'm a nurse by profession. I'm doing that because I want to transition myself from nursing to college planning and also other business and finance. Yeah, I'm getting started. Being employed, so.
Gotcha. Okay. So.
Well, what do you do? Arguments?
Yeah, most of it's really online. Kind of like, Arizona.
okay?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, like analytical. Right, so, you know, as we're getting to that, they want to get a raise start. Sure. You know, everybody's going to be somewhere.
Right, right.
So it's just going to be into. Yeah, so it's kind of similar to what you do, a little bit.
Yeah, more, you know.
Well, and you know, we don't really can help people find scholarships, so we can try to help So what do you find is your biggest challenge?
Well, in the beginning, the rejections, you know, I kept encountering that since, you know, just move on. If they say no, just move on. Before I can take it, because wise people, especially my friends, are not listening to me to what I what is good, you know, and same time.
Yeah, well, I've seen it on they're investing education part of it. How about you? They'll get it. They don't see the value.
Right, I think you're right. That's the value, you know. That's true. And then they say they have no time, but again, they're gonna end up like having really no time at all. Put some time in what I'm trying to do.
Right. Well, and everybody's,
only 24 hours a day, right?
I found this education just changed everything's turned
Right.
yeah, that's kind of scary. I wonder if that, there's some reason behind that. So that's kind of that. But what I've been doing recently is I've been real estate, teachers, the medical field. Certain territory, converting these people into trying to get the
Although I can show them my checks here said well, why did you pay for it?
I'm trying to do is save the teachers.
Converting my prospects into
I don't get why you would do this.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's always their policy, and they board is what their policy. It's like if you go to the school.
They just disappear.
Right, I think people that knows you, like, you have to know somebody inside them already, so you can get it right.
Yeah. Yeah, my challenge now is that school is just out. I've been trying to do this over the last 2 weeks, get out to as many schools as possible.
Really, I have investors that will invest.
Me on my part now, so since that's kind of, you know, we're now doing a national campaign for financial literacy, so that the people don't think that we're there to sell something. It's mainly education. So we do, and then we give them, not give, but you know, show them the book that we're given here, like Saving Your Future Stuff, whatever topic you want to do. And then once you go to the office, then you get the workbook, and then that's what you follow and understand. Different topic in every week. That's like we don't, you know, pay so that they go aware.
Okay, let's bring it together.
That's what they need. That makes that for college. What about retirement?
Let's bring it together. Let's bring it together. Make sure you follow through with the person that you were with. If you didn't finish, which likely you didn't, take your time and give them a call and then follow through with them anyway. This is an opportunity. This is how you can create a greater relationship. Make sure you exchange numbers, okay, in order to do that. And that's important. And that's not for the analytic or the driver or for the amiable. That's for the sanguine who got all excited or the expressive that got all excited and didn't write it down. Okay? So, real important. Thank you, Ed, for doing that. So we're talking about moving prospects into being clients, all right? So, as we are going through this next section, I want you to ask yourself some practical questions toward healthy communication. Because if we're talking about converting prospects to clients, then we have to learn how to communicate better. We're going to do that through the DNA of people, the DNA of business, and the DNA of life. But this is the 5 questions I want you to think about. When you're communicating, whatever you're communicating to whomever you are communicating, here are the 5 questions. You may want to write these down. Is it true? Is it true? Is what I'm communicating about myself, about my business, about a relationship, is it true? And these, by the way, are gates. You have to pass through each gate in order to get to healthy communication. The second thing is, if it's true, the second thing is it necessary? Is it necessary? Do you have to share that bit of information? The question sometimes comes up, it's like people get all excited about business, let's say in a business situation, and they just spill their guts. Well, the client never, or the prospect never asked the question in the first place. Don't answer questions to questions they never asked. Do not answer those, okay? Is it necessary what you're sharing? Is it true? Is it necessary? The third thing is helpful. Is it helpful? Are you thinking about the other person, and is it going to help them? Not you, is it going to help them? So what you figured out is something true, is it necessary, and you said yes to those and said, yes, it will be helpful. Fourthly, is it the best time to say it? Timing is everything. Is it the best time? You might want to even ask permission. Is it the best time to say it? To speak the truth, is it necessary, is it helpful, is it the best time? And 5, am I the best person to say it? Am I the best person to say it? You may be the best person to say it. You may not be the best person to say it. But am I the best person to say it? When you're able to pass through all those 5 gates, you'll be able to get to healthy communication.